All right, greetings, water signs. Now, I've got my phone sideways, so I guess, like, technically, I'm gonna be looking this way. My phone is charging. I'm having to charge it from the Earth Sun video that I just did, so it won't stand up if it's in there, you know. So, anyways, guys, this is gonna be the last elemental read that I have, and it is for water. It is going to be for Scorpio, for the sign of Pisces, and for the sign of Cancer, all gonna be together. Whenever I do elemental readings, I don't pull different cards for, you know, each sign. Is gonna be all together. And this is by the placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter, okay? So to go ahead and get that out of the way, I've really been in the habit of starting with this Moonology deck right here to pull initial messages. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do for y'all right now. I hope everyone is well and healthy and happy. And you know, that's not gonna be the case every time, but even if it's not, I hope that you all are trying and that you have the energy of perseverance like flowing within you very, very heavily. I really, really do hope for that. And to anybody, if you're like me, like when I record, I'll have a glass of wine. A lot of times when I'm watching my readers, I'll have a glass of wine too. So with that being said, if you are watching this reading with HK Readings tonight, I cheers you with a delicious glass of the Mendoza Malbec. I had a really light one earlier, so it's nice to get to something with some body. You know, this is a nighttime one, like if you're gonna drink it in the summer. I mean, you know, in the fall and winter, it can be a daytime thing or whatever because it's cooler, but it's too hot for it during the day. So at night, I just kind of switch over to like a Malbec or a Cab or, yeah, Petite Syrah or something like that. Right, all right, half the deck almost just fell out. Cool. What messages, divine spirits of light and guidance, do we have for water signs watching this video? Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, what do we have from our water signs? Dude, okay, adjustments are required. This will make the third elemental reading out of 4. It's only earth, fire, air, and water. And I know, okay, so earth got it, y'all got it. And I'm trying to think if it was fire or air that got it. I'm not sure, but like, no. I shuffle the fuck out of these cards and like everybody's making adjustments right now. Like everybody's getting it right, getting it tight, which is super cool. But I'm gonna pull one more. Like everybody is getting that. Like this is adjustment season, clearly. Surrender to the divine. Okay. So this is excellent. So whether you know that there are things that you need to do and it's difficult to do and you're trying to navigate how to get to where you want to be, or it's just like a message overlooked, because a lot of times we overlook shit, right? Like we really do. Like it's a thing and it's okay. And it's, don't ever kick yourself in the ass or blame yourself for that, for one. But regardless of where you fall on that, Spirit is saying, like, really take this time to usher in your connection. I feel like a lot of people have been hitting these stages of ascension lately. I mean, when you talk about the energy of ushering the age of Aquarius, when you talk about just everything that's going on cosmically and how the like consciousness as a whole is pushing towards this shift, it's like, immerse yourself in it, okay? Don't just know what's happening. Don't just watch these videos and get your knowledge that way and be into tarot and be into other things and just claim #woke, okay? This is the time to embody all of those things that we're out here preaching to the world, to share with them, to help enhance that age of Aquarian energy, okay? It's gonna take the embodiment of it, you know? That's why, you know, it's one of the few signs that will actually be represented by a human, the water bearer, when we talk about Aquarian energy. You have the Virgo, and you've got, you know, Sagittarius halfway because they're a freaking centaur. But you know what I mean? Like, it's really talking about like a sense of embodiment, okay? And then your guides and your ancestors are going to deliver everything to you that you need to know to feel as connected to everything that's going on here, everything that's going on interdimensionally. Like, I really feel, even though you might have been unlocking a lot in your life, you know what I mean? There are still reservations that you're keeping in place because of fear, because of doubt, because of, like, you know, just not wanting to truly surrender because of certain uncertainties, no matter how strong your faith is. You know, it's very natural for us at times to feel like a lot of these spiritual tasks are very daunting, and they are. You know, it's harder than anything we're going to experience on this earth, as what happens on the earth is like a small fraction of what spirit is trying to show us anyways, right? Just surrender to the changes that are trying to come in, because like, this is the only way you're going to receive your blessings. Beautiful things are really trying to pop off and happen for you when we talk about self-growth, self-love, self-discovery, you know, because you know how like everything from the external realm is a reflection of what's going on internally. So this is where, you know, the embodiment comes into play, because when you assess your life and you think about the partners you attract, you think about the relationships you may have with your family and how they might not be changing for the better, or when you just think about anything that is saddening, disheartening, so on and so forth, it's like, you have the opportunity to change the dynamic of all of that. The divine wants to get you to the point to where when you're assessing everything that's a part of your life because of what you attract, you're happy with it. Okay? I'm also feeling with this surrender to the divine and adjustments being required, especially as highly magnetic and intuitive signs, like y'all are water, you know? You could say this about Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Like, one of the shifts that I feel needs to take place for those of you who resonate with this is like when we talk about energy output. Let's discuss energy output for a second. Just like, now, when we talk about hitting these pivotal moments in our lives and wanting to and needing to and desiring to navigate appropriately to your journey, it would behoove you more so to put your energy into connecting with spirit, with connecting with your source energy, with learning yourself, getting in touch with your ancestors, studying your starseed lineage, studying your birth chart, just understanding this and your connection with the cosmos over the energy that you put into situations and other people to make the situation better. It makes me think of like the fixer energy and the healer energy. It's just like, if you want to fix, say for example, there's somebody you want to fix and you want to help, but you see the detriment that it causes to you every time. Okay, well clearly, you're not doing the right thing. You need to go heal and fix why you feel like you need to be a fixer. Why do you attract these people? And even more so, and say like, because some people are better off than others in the sense of like, you know, they might not be too far on the other side. Like they got some things going in their favor and they're close, and then there are other people that are totally out of whack. But let's say that like you're a person who, for the most part, you're navigating pretty appropriately and, you know, it's not too far out of whack. Like, even if that's where you can say, okay, if you really want to help this person, right? If you really want to help them heal, if you really want to help them grow, take it to the altar. Instead of compromising yourself, Let the divine take care of it. Let the divine take care of your problems. Let the divine take care of your worry. Let them take care of your fears. Allow them to come in and help you. Because we need source energy and we can't do it without source energy. We are an extension of source energy. So you're best to find your answers when this is how you're going about it, opposed to on this tangible plane. And especially as clairvoyant and psychic and emotional and sentient beings as y'all are, like, it's in your nature to do this. Okay, so get back to you. Get back to your connection with the divine. Get back to your connection with the mother. Okay, and birth some new conditions here. And anything that you're worried about, like, look, you don't have to touch anything right now that is not gold. Okay, you're not meant to fix all of the things that you take on. If you were, results would be different in a lot of those situations, and you'd probably evolve from like being a fixer to something else by now, because there'd be like a sense of mastery. You know what I mean? But it's not. So let the divine take care of that. They have guides out there. Okay? They have a whole system that's a part of their journey that, instead of putting yourself in the crossfire, leave that to spirit. And you communicate with spirit as it applies to you to shift gears for you to go towards something that's just more for you, okay? That's just more for you. I'm just gonna put it like that. I will be pulling from the Fountain Tarot to get some extra messages that may lie beyond this before we get off the screen here, so. Excuse me, cheers. I looked at the camera and I was like, somebody's taking a sip right now, so. And if I cheers, you have to drink again. I love Saturdays. Okay. I really do love Saturdays. Judgment. Two of Coins. King of Coins. So the thing is, your surrender to the divine, to divinity, is what's going to allow you to create the balance in your life necessary to create the order in your life that you need. Surrendering to the divine, that's judgment. That's the call that has been divinely ordered and that you will abide by, whether it's willingly or not. The universe has to create tower moments that you didn't create for yourself. Two of Coins, the balancing of life. And when, you know, just as I'm reading it in this spread right here, with the King of Coins, I feel like this has a lot to do with order. How do you create the balance in your life so that you have order? Okay? Order that might even extend into systematic routines that still only always fascinate you and never bore you. Okay? Because a lot of times order is boring. A lot of times people don't really feel like order is good. Let's be unconventional. Why? Because both can exist in, you know, in a state that really helps you. Why is it that we can feel that way about order sometimes? It's because we don't have the right order. Again, the order you try to create by playing the divine out here and compromising your spirit and putting yourself through all of this shit that, like, yeah, teaches you lessons, but also can, like, hit hard enough to cause lasting impacts that you don't need. The right order, again, would be letting the spirit handle it. Like one of my really good friends, my best friend actually, she's been my best friend for about 6-7 years, and one of the three, because you're allowed to have a few, and if you've seen Mean Girls, you already know you can have more than one best friend. But she is like OG number one. But she always says, and it's funny because she's a Scorpio, you know, everybody talks about Scorpios being all vengeful and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, if y'all are new, I'm a Taurus and I love my Scorpios as they're my opposite. I appreciate and learn a lot from Pisces. I don't have much Pisces in my chart. I don't have any Pisces in my chart, I don't believe. And as far as Cancer, I have 4 Cancerian alignments, my midheaven, Chiron, Mars, and Venus. So I love my, you know, I love my water signs. I really do. Okay, I just want you to know because I really have to say that. But one thing about her that I fucking love is, like, you know, the ever vengeful Scorpios. Like, everybody thinks that Scorpios go crazy and they wild out. No, they don't. They're like the Charles Manson, you know, the Charles Manson type who will get somebody to do it for them. They have like these secret, dark, underworldly ways of doing shit. So like, I love when she's telling me about how people fuck with her, and it's like, bitch, don't fuck with me. Oh, you think you got me? You think you got this one? Okay, bitch. I will see you at the altar. And it's not anything dark or evil, y'all, so don't worry about that. It's just like her, she'll be real quick to be like, hey, spirits, I relinquish this to you. Handle this. She's not about to catch a case. She's not about to extend any more energy that she doesn't have to. She's not about to, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it to the spirits. I'm gonna take it there, bitch. I don't know when, I don't know how, but you're gonna get your karma. Hope I hear about it. And I still wish you well, and I hope you learned from whatever the fuck it is. She stopped playing karma a long time ago. And like, ultimately, I think like this is what it's about. Because, you know, playing karma isn't always about like getting revenge. Sometimes playing karma is, you know, in a positive light, trying to help people and stuff like that. So like, whatever regard it is, you don't need to play karma. You don't need to play the divine. You don't need to play any of that. You let the spirits handle that, because that's what they're here for, okay? You worry about you worry about your connection with the divine, and you let everything else fall into place. And I'm gonna pull a goddess guidance card for you, right? Is that the next oracle I'm gonna use? Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We pull from 2 different oracles here, because I used this deck for the last reading, and I think it would be wonderful to also pull a card from this deck for you guys. Did not expect this to get a 20-minute reading. I feel like 18 minutes now, but by the time I get these out of the way. All right, so we got the green Tara. I just want you to see that green, just so you know, like synchronicities. Yes, so we have the green Tara, okay? The Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. I'm gonna touch on that in a sec. I'm not gonna say anything just yet. Endings and beginnings. Kali, the old must be released so that the new may enter. A lot of times these are affirmations. A lot of, you know, these are just generally like affirmations, positive cards, da-da-da-da. Sometimes you can get like a deeper meaning from an oracle card like this, which I have right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Kali is the energy that should be embraced. Let it go and unravel like a lotus flower into your new stable beginning. With this green Tara here, when I see like I do what my heart compels me to do, that's fine, because it's showing me directly that this is kind of like how y'all feel. Like, that's fine, but always look at the origin of things, okay? Why is your heart compelling you to do this? Why do you feel that? Is it because a lot of times the heart can make a fool of us when our energy is misdirected or misguided? So it's like, always follow your heart and do what it compels you to do, but also make sure that you're always at the point of existence where what your heart is telling you to do is good and healthy for you, and not a result of unhealthy things that you have like within your energy field. Okay? And I think that's where the enlightened action of the Green Tara comes. Because enlightenment, you've got it, you built it, and then there's enlightened action where you carry that out. And it starts to extend into something like wisdom, right? Because wisdom's applied. But I really think as your soul informs you of every step, make sure your soul and your heart are in alignment, because your soul, that's very much directly connected with spirit, is telling you that you need to connect with the divine, relinquish to the divine, so on and so forth. And if it's not in sync with your heart, you're not really, and you know, the soul is informing every step. It's not really meshing cohesively. I hope that made sense in the way to which I expressed it. That is what I have for you. I'm going to end it here. We are at 21 minutes. I have done your general monthly love readings. I have done your bonus readings. And I have all of the elementals done now. So I'm really happy about that I've had more time to really post more content, get more readings out there per month for the signs, to give like a variety, like, you know, some varietal spice, if you know what I mean, instead of just having like 1, maybe 2 readings a month when like quarantine was lifted and I was super busy or super exhausted and stressed, even if I was doing nothing, not posting as much content. So it feels good to have all of that out. And because it is the 18th, got it wrong and said it was the 17th in the last video, but as it is the 18th, we still have tons of time left in this month. So there are going to be even more readings for the signs, whether it is individual or whether it's going to be like grouped by elements. You know, a reading I haven't done before, and I'm letting y'all know so you can stay tuned for it, is I haven't done it by it's failing me what it's called, but doing a reading for like your fixtures, you know, for the fixed sign. So I guess that would be like another group of 3 readings. I'll probably do some more, but like do one for the fixed signs, you know, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Do one for the cardinal signs as well as the mutable signs, because, you know, we watch these readings and as we see it for our sign, it might relate, it might not. But also, like, as we are all interconnected, elementals are great for that too, because, you know, a lot of times y'all have similar parts of your journey that you could get different messages on. And then I think also within your fixtures, that'll also help too, to see where your commonalities are with that. So for you know, Scorpios, you'll see where your fixed energy will lie in comparison with what other people are going through who are also fixed. Pisces, for all of the other mutable elements like you know, Sag and Gemini, so on. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get into that. I'm not quite sure, but if there's something that you would like to see, leave it in the comments. Message me on Instagram, email me. I'm all for the communication, y'all. So do that. Let me know if you have any ideas, anything you want to see. I'll gladly post it. Information on the services that I offer in the description box below, where you can also book a personal reading. I have donation-based readings going on right now. It's a mini reading, as it is donation-based. Of course, I appropriate the reading to whatever is fair. Generous donations definitely get like a bomb-ass, extended-ass reading, you know? So you can contact me for that. Instagram for body care products, distant Reiki, all of this under the wonderful healing culture. So thank you for being my last elemental. Thank you for sharing this video with me, your time, your energy. I hope you got something out of this and it really helps you. I'm going to stop blabbering. But I thank you if you made it to the end of this video, because that means that like we're connecting, and I love it and I live for it. So much love to you, water signs, If my mind is spinning right now and I did accidentally say fire sounds like 30 seconds ago, that's because I'm rambling and I still process all of the readings that I do in my head as I do them. So I've been processing a lot of readings over the past like 3 days, so forgive me for that. But yes, I love you all, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, okay?